Good morning, do 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 do. Good morning to you. Good morning. Welcome to a daily dose of joy. Where we are choosing to dose our brains on the fly all day long with positive neurochemistry, helping us to choose joy, to be able to focus on the good and build more and more momentum for peace and vibrancy, clarity, and joy in our days. I hope that y'all have all noticed the universe surprising you or delighting you in some way. Because as we know, a big part of that is just where we focus our lens. And so when we set our intention at the beginning of the day that, oh yes, roses are going to appear. I'm going to get flowers magically delivered to my door. Who knows? We're just expecting the good to come. It's more likely to happen that you will be delighted today, that I will be delighted today. I find it really works because it affects my focus and my lens. So I've been thinking about our Whoopsie Daisy story for the morning. I'm already laughing about it. And it's a good one. It's a good one. So I must say that if juvenile fart humor is not your purview, I invite you to pass on this particular Whoopsie Daisy story because it is a whole series of stories about flatulence. I think it's funny. I do have one friend who doesn't find this humor funny. So sweetie, this is a safety warning for you. You can pass on this. But I have quite a large number of other friends who find flatulent humor very funny. So we will proceed with caution. So there was not a lot of caution in this first tale. We were in Colorado visiting my brother, and the whole family was out to be together. And we were in a house that didn't have air conditioning because in the summer, it's very unlikely that you need it in Colorado. So all the windows were open, all the doors were open because it had been kind of unseasonably warm. And so we were trying to get cross ventilation in this house condo thing that we were staying in. There wasn't a lot of ventilation, so everything was opened up. And I was yawning in my bed. And just kind of rolling over and noticed the stars out the window. So I got up and went and looked out the window, and it's just moonlit over the mountains. It's beautiful. And I'm just, deep in basking gratitude. I'm so loud though, much louder. I would have thought the windows would have shook. It came from down the hall. It had been another family member's nocturnal emissions. And I just started laughing so hard. And my son and I were sharing a room, and he just wakes up and he's like, "Mommy, what are you doing?" I was just standing at the window laughing. I'm like, "Well, your pop was practicing his trombone in the room." And he catches on and he starts laughing. And before you know it, we've woke up the whole house and we're all having a Whoopsie Daisy story. So, embarrassing situations can turn into fabulous humor. And just so that I am not throwing my father under the bus, I may regret this. I'm going to, I'll lay myself out for the giggle. Okay, so I was a couple of years ago doing a deeper truth at night before I went to bed, and I had done it with a buddy, and she really was just vibing on my nighty night deeper truth that I was doing. And so she said, hey, would you record that for me? And I was like, sure, honey, I will do that. And I thought, well, I better do it right now because I do them off the top of my head and I wasn't sure. I was kind of working with a general theme I'd done a number of times, but you know, I just thought I should do it now. So, and it'd feel good. We got off the buddy call and I start recording myself. And I'm doing about like I am now, yawning, feeling really relaxed, that good laugh, got my parasympathetic system engaged. And that night it had been my deeper truth with my friend. And so I'm yawning in the recording and I'm making these positive declarative statements as we do in a deeper truth and talking about the beauty of my bed and how much I enjoy laying down in it at the end of the day. And I seem to drift off. And you start to hear some sort of heavy breathing, you know, when you're sleeping. And so I must wake up sometime in the night. I'm like, oh, okay. And I turn it off and I'm like, okay, well, I'm sure that'll be fine. Send it off to my friend. I get a text message the next morning and she is laughing her head off. And she's like, Winston, I got that. I was up in the night, so I thought I'd play it. And I'm listening to you talk and your voice. I'm just going right to sleep. And I'm falling back asleep. And then all of a sudden I hear, apparently I'd recorded my own nocturnal emission. It apparently ran to the family. Really, it's not normally an issue. But, oh, whoopsie daisy. What adult woman sends her friend a recording of her tooting? I mean, how does that happen? Right here, that's how. That's how you do it. Whoopsie daisy. Oh my, oh my, oh my. And just to wrap it up, that same friend sent me back like a laugh track, but it was a fart track. It was a whole YouTube video of tooting sound effects, the flatulence of the symphonic orchestra. I mean, it was just a cacophony of toots. And she sent it to me and it was a kind of full dynamic day. I was on the phone to Lowe's working on replacing a water fixture that needed to be replaced. But I'm on hold. So I am playing the video on my phone while I'm on hold. And so I've got the phone on speakerphone, the video going, but it's all on my one phone. And then the gentleman from Lowe's comes back on and he's like, ma'am, were you looking for the Kohler X945? And I'm like, yes, thank you. Oh, well, I found it and here are the specs you were looking for. And then, but I was wondering, you might like the waterfall version of the X944. It sounded like it was him. It was like I'd put this laugh track and the utility call together. And this is what I started doing. The poor guy on the phone trying to help me, and I'm just laughing. I can't turn it off. So the joys of flatulence. It will be ripe for centuries and centuries to garner a giggle. May today surprise and delight us all. Have a wonderful one, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Toodaloo!